We're halfway through the legislature here at the European Parliament, and as usual, elections have taken place for committee chairs. Now, the EPP Group, as the largest and most influential political force in the Parliament, has managed to secure 10 of the 21 committee chairs. So let's have a look at who'll be doing what over the coming 2.5 years. Carlo Cassini, an Italian MEP, has retained his chairmanship of the Constitutional Affairs Committee, an influential body that oversees Parliament's relations with other EU institutions. This is Mr. Cassini's second period as an MEP. He previously served for 15 years until 1999, when he was appointed a judge of the Italian Supreme Court. As well as being one of Parliament's foremost legal experts, he's also a leading voice in the pro-life movement. The Parliament's Committee on Education and Culture will remain in the hands of Doris Pack from Germany, who's been an MEP now for more than 22 years. Miss Pack has a background as a teacher and education expert, but she's perhaps best known in the Parliament for her tireless campaigning in favour of integration between the EU and the countries of the Western Balkans. Prior to coming to Brussels, she served in the Bundestag. The Committee on Foreign Affairs is the largest and arguably the most prestigious in the Parliament, and veteran German MEP Elmar Brok has regained the chairmanship, which he previously held for a decade until 2007. Mr. Brok is one of the longest-serving MEPs, with more than 30 years under his belt. Recently, he won plaudits as one of the chief architects of the new European External Action Service. He's also one of Parliament's 3 representatives negotiating the new Fiscal Compact Treaty. Nour Dajjal of France has been elected to serve another term as chairman of the Parliament's Subcommittee on Security and Defence. This is his first term as an MEP, but he brings with him an impressive career as a public servant, with expertise in defence and international affairs. He also served as an EU representative in Kosovo. Another Frenchman, the vastly experienced Alain Lamassoure, keeps the top job on the Budgets Committee. This is a powerful and influential position, particularly in the run-up to fixing the EU's next medium-term budget. Mr. Lamassoure was previously Budgets Minister and Europe Minister in France in the early 1990s, and before that he worked as a senior civil servant. He was also one of Parliament's representatives to the European Convention, whose work eventually resulted in the Lisbon Treaty. Amalia Sartori has been elected to chair the Parliament's Industry, Research and Energy Committee, and in this job she'll help craft the EU's spending and priorities in these vital sectors over the coming years. She was previously a teacher and has served in a variety of roles in her native Veneto region in northeast Italy. This is her 3rd term as an MEP. The Legal Affairs Committee will remain under the leadership of Klaus-Heiner from Germany. He's been a parliamentarian for 20 years now, first in the Bundestag and since 1994 in Brussels. The Legal Affairs Committee is involved in helping citizens in their daily lives across the Union through its responsibility for legislation in the field of civil law. As the committee responsible for company law, it's also at the forefront of making life easier for businesses trading in the internal market. Gabriele Motto of Spain takes on the mantle of chairing the Fisheries Committee, which is responsible for overseeing the EU's common fisheries policy. It's a job he's well equipped for, having previously served as Fisheries Minister in the Canary Islands government, and he also held the presidency of the Regional Parliament on the islands. There's continuity on the Regional Development Committee, with Danna Huebner securing another mandate at the helm. This committee is responsible for the 2nd largest segment of the EU budget after agriculture. It's a natural continuation of her previous role as European Commissioner for Regional Policy, which she held until 2009. Prior to that, she had a long stretch working at the heart of government in her native Poland. Finally, Erminia Mazzoni of Italy, a lawyer by training, keeps her job as chair of the Petitions Committee, a vital link to EU citizens whose fundamental right to petition the Parliament is enshrined in the EU treaties. The committee helps to resolve possible infringements of citizens' rights and works with national, regional and local authorities on issues related to the application of EU laws. So 10 out of the 21 committee chairs secured by the EPP Group for the next 2.5 years, a testament to our role leading and shaping EU policy development in challenging times. For more information on our group's activities, please